Good morning, everybody. Again, this is Byron from Home Team Apparel and shophometeam.com. I just wanted to touch base with you guys. This is part 2 of vlog number 1. I know it took a little bit of second. Got a little busy, obviously, with the new store and kind of moving things around, moving parts. Get a little busy. But let's get right to it. The next 2 printing processes that I wanted to present today are I have a piece that is essentially a regular transfer, a heat transfer. It's most commonly, it looks like a little square box. We added a little bit of a twist to it with newer technologies. So it's going to be contour cut, it's print cut. The second one is die sub, which is most commonly known as the all over print. Take a picture, put it all over the shirt, etc. First of all, these two printing processes in specific, for lack of a better word or better explanation, these 2 print processes are the best ones for graphic arts that's created for paper print, if that makes any sense. A lot of times people are dealing with these graphic designers that are I won't say limited in what they do, but let's just say they only work out of Photoshop. And a lot of times their art is presented as a Photoshop document as opposed to line or vectored art. And it limits us as to how we can print it. So if you ever get something, you're unsure why we had to print it that way or why somebody else had to print it that way, that's why it probably was limited by the art and the way that it was made. That's another vlog. We'll get into that as far as the types of graphic art, because they do really make a difference. Your graphics mean the world. So with that being said, first and foremost, let's go over here. This is a piece that was printed off of the rolling VersaCam. It's a solvent-based printer, CMYK. Basically, what this is it is basically it's a transfer that when we set up the art, we put lines around it that tell the printer to print this first, so it still has their white background behind it, and then it tells it to cut around it afterwards. So essentially, you're printing and then you're cutting around it. I don't know if you guys can kind of see the detail. This one is really more of a sample piece. That's why it's certain things that's still in there. But you know, if you kind of take a look, you can kind of see the contour around it. There's small pieces that we may not have been able to get out. That's why that specific piece didn't go out. But that's the gist of that. Basically, that art was created, Photoshop document. It was created basically for paper print. And the Monday's Meal Booster Club came to us and asked us if we could do it quickly. So obviously that's one of the quickest forms. We couldn't screen print it because they needed it that night. And that's the process we used. It's a print cut process. So most of the time when you come in store and you need something really, really quick, that's more than likely going to be one of the ways that it's done. The second thing right over my shoulder here is a full sublimated jersey. It's die sub. We'll shorten it sometime and say sublimated. Sublimation basically is a process where a solid is turned into a gas via heat. Die sub, including dyes, it goes on to the jersey. Now this one is a little bit limited. I'll go back to that in a second. You can only print it on 100% polyester to get the best result anyway. You know, there are some people who experiment with some different things. The clarity might not be the greatest, etc. But if you want the best quality, Vapor Apparel, and a few other ones that's 100% polyester, that's what really, really works. Anyway, as you can see, you actually have full graphics in here. And when these pieces are actually done, I'll show you the back too. The actual image, the die, via the printing process, about 400 degrees temperature, it actually goes right into the garment. So the paper is laid right up on top of a white. This actually started out as a white jersey, solid white. That's also another way to get the best product. You know, you do have some light colors that you can work with, but the experts say go white, 100% polyester. But anyway, that's how you get that product. It starts off as a white piece. The actual transfers are printed out and laid on top of it. They're pressed and it goes right through. So there you have it. The sublimation process is really one of the newer technologies. Like I said, that's the one that you see most times. People have pictures all over the shirt, like completely covered from neck to tail. That's the process that they use, is dye sub. The print cut, this one in specific is getting a little bit old. It's still used, but to the masses, it's getting a little bit old because, you know, some people don't necessarily like the texture. It's a little bit heavier, and you know, it's not really extremely popular in my areas right now from, you know, just the buzz. It's really a buzz thing. The dye sub is really the buzz right now because a lot of people are putting pictures and birthday shirts, and there's a couple cool companies in the area that's really doing some good work and some amazing things with this, especially in our areas with the kickball teams. It's some beautiful jerseys and beautiful uniforms being done with this stuff. So the technology is really allowing a lot of flexibility and a lot of creativity. You also can do socks with those. Sublimation even goes down to mugs and dog tags, etc. So anyway, with that being said, those are the last two processes for now. We'll get into embroidery on the next vlog. I think I'm gonna do something off the beaten path with this next vlog, because I'm gonna speak on something that's near and dear to my heart. But until next time, like this page, like this vlog, subscribe to it, share it with your friends. I don't have an ego. I'm gonna ask you for it, and I'm gonna trust that you're gonna do it. If you like what you're hearing, please comment. If you have other suggestions, please comment and put them there. We can speak on it. I'll do Q&A. I don't mind. Again, Byron, Home Team Apparel. Salute.